Jovan Buha had reported that the Lakers had interest in Walker Kessler, and that the framework, the possible framework of a deal, was D'Angelo Russell and multiple first-round picks. Sam Amick and John Hollinger of The Athletic also came out. I guess they checked with the Utah Jazz about, hey, how viable is this? Is this something that Utah would really be interested in? I'm not here to talk about Walker Kessler. I'm not here to talk about, what the details of that trade would look like. I'm here basically to just talk about D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell rumors already again. Can I say something about this? And I think people know this. I'm usually very critical about D'Angelo Russell. Period. Um, I am. I'm critical about him. I think people know this, that I'm not the biggest D'Angelo Russell fan, his style of play, but there have been plenty of times D'Angelo Russell has shut my ass up, whether he's been playing good basketball or he's very efficient from the 3-point line. I thought last year he had a good year. And it seems like when D'Lo plays well, the chances of the Lakers winning that game really, really increases. I feel bad for D'Angelo Russell. And that's the best way that I can put it. This guy, it seems like in his career, I want to see one thing on D'Lo. I just want to see something about his stats real quick. So let me pull this up here. I feel bad for D'Angelo Russell, and this is why I feel bad. And some people I understand if you don't, because the man is a multimillionaire making a ton of money. This is why I feel bad for D'Angelo Russell. He's played for the Lakers. He's played for the Brooklyn Nets. He's played for the Warriors. He's played for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And now he's back with the Los Angeles Lakers for a second stint. This dude can't find a home. There's no team out there in the NBA that looks at D'Angelo Russell and says, that's our point guard. We want to keep him. And the Lakers are just on that list. That's just another team that's on that list. So I sit here when I say that. When I say I feel bad for D'Angelo Russell, whether I'm a fan of his game or I'm not a fan of his game, this guy has to continue to get mics in front of him, cameras in front of him, that's basically asking the question, D'Angelo Russell, hey, your name is back in trade rumors. Hey, D'Lo, how is it to play when you know that you could potentially not be on this team anymore? It's impossible for this guy to feel comfortable with any team out there. And the Lakers are just, since the Lakers got D'Angelo Russell at the trade deadline, the only conversation about D'Lo is, when are they trading him? Who are they trading him for? You know what? That contract is tradable. That's been the only conversation with D'Angelo Russell. And I think, unfortunately for him, he can't fully be himself and fully feel comfortable with being a Los Angeles Laker, probably because he has no idea that will his last game with the Lakers, was it going to be last trade deadline? Was it going to be in the summer? Is it going to be this upcoming trade deadline? D'Angelo Russell can't stop getting mentioned in trade rumors. With all that being said, if he got traded tomorrow, I wouldn't lose sleep. That's just kind of unfortunately, the world that D'Angelo Russell lives in. And that ain't easy. I mean, imagine going to work every single day, and every single day you have no idea if your employer is going to keep you. Every single day, that employer looks at you, and you got your boss and you got your manager and you got this, and every single day they look at you and you're talking about, hey, we really got to improve on this to improve business. And if we could start doing this, and if you could focus on that, when the entire time you're looking at these people and you're saying to yourself, this dude's literally trying to get rid of me. This front office person is trying to get rid of me. This head coach might like me, might do everything he can because he doesn't have control of what my future is, but probably knows in his back of his head that, yeah, D'Angelo Russell is going to be a trade chip for the Los Angeles Lakers. I just feel bad for him from that perspective. I've been critical about him. I've talked about how I feel about D'Angelo Russell. Do I think the Lakers can use a more veteran presence from a point guard or a different style of player that's more dependable and reliable? Yes, 100%. But I also don't have a problem sympathizing with D'Angelo Russell of just, that sucks. That sucks that everywhere you are, everybody's just waiting to trade you. That everywhere you are, you kind of can't sit back. I don't think Austin Reeves is worried about getting traded. I think there's certain role players in the NBA that you just know, yeah, they're going to be on that team. Maybe Rui gets traded. You've kind of heard his name a little bit. But D'Angelo Russell, everywhere I churn, and I think everywhere everybody churns, the conversation about D'Angelo Russell has more to do with, when is he going to get traded? What are you going to get if he does get traded? What kind of compensation do you have to give up in a trade with D'Angelo Russell, rather than, hey, if D'Lo performs and he plays well, Lakers can take their game to another level? All right, let's take a look at some of these comments here. It's no vet. It's no veteran point guard that we can get, so we are stuck with D'Lo. That's how real people jobs are, Slee. Not really. I mean, nobody's getting traded. I don't think that's happening. I think this is more just obviously for sports how easy it is to get traded. I was watching a video, just kind of came up on my YouTube feed, and it came up out of nowhere. Um, when Derrick Rose got traded from the Chicago Bulls to the New York Knicks, and I'm going to tell everybody this quick story because I was reading some of the comments there, and this was over the weekend. This had nothing to do with D'Angelo Russell. It came up. I guess Derrick Rose was being interviewed, not being interviewed. He was doing some kind of like short documentary, whatever it was. And in the middle of him doing this documentary, his agent at the time, former Chicago Bull, BJ Armstrong, shoots him a call and basically says, "Hey, look, you're getting traded to the Knicks." And he breaks down crying. And I think there's this like he's got this level of emotion of like, I gave it all I can to Chicago. I did everything I possibly can for them. I won an MVP for Chicago. I wanted to succeed with the Bulls. And here the Bulls saying, "Cool, this is just business, brother. We're sending you to New York." And I think there is this I think there is this perception that fans have that if a player decides to pick another team, it's the player's fault. How can you be such a traitor? How can you this? We were so loyal to you. When really at the end of the day, any owner and any team will trade your ass before you even know it to improve their roster, to improve their team, to make their financials look better, whatever the case is. All right, let's see what else we got here. You guys see the Drake try to intimidate DeRozan. Dude used his library voice to cuss him off. Yeah, Drake's an idiot. Yeah, I don't know what was he mad at DeMar because of of they not like us video? Yeah, Drake's come on. It's DeMar DeRozan. By the way, DeMar DeRozan was great for the Raptors. DeMar DeRozan was the man for the Raptors. Give that man some love. D'Lo hasn't played well so far this year. I agree with you on that, which, by the way, I don't know how much that's going to help with the Lakers if they are trying to shop him. D'Lo's defense is trash. A lot of tell you something. There have been a number of different players at times so far for the Lakers where it hasn't looked very good on the defensive side. Hot takes. I'm a hot take guy. I'm a hot take guy. I'm only a hot take guy if there's something that I really feel inside of me. You know what I mean? So I can't fake hot take it. Maybe I'll be more successful if I could fake hot take it. All right, let me see some more of these comments here. He does great without LeBron. We saw that last year. Here's a problem. The problem is you can't do great without LeBron. You got to do great with LeBron because LeBron's going to be in the game and he's going to be in that lineup. So I don't think that's something that you can really get into, to be honest with you. I think that's going to be more up to D'Angelo Russell to figure that out. D'Lo probably needs to be leading the bench unit so we get scoring there and split the D'Lo AR defensive problems. That's interesting. I wouldn't, that's an interesting concept. The problem is, all right, then who's coming in as your starting point guard? Is it Gabe Vincent? I'm actually not completely opposed to that. I'm not completely opposed to that. I think D'Lo at times with the starting, and that doesn't mean, by the way, he's not closing a game, but I think at times D'Lo with that starting unit, I think there's a lot of times where, you know, I do think D'Angelo Russell naturally is a unselfish basketball player. I do think he wants to facilitate. I do think he wants to pass the ball. I don't think he's a greedy person or somebody that's just trying to get his. But if he came in off the bench to just kind of try to help that scoring punch, set up other guys, and play his more natural game, I'm not completely opposed to that. I don't know what that would do to his psyche. I don't know if D'Lo then is saying, "All right, here I am. I'm going from I'm not having a good start to the season. Now I'm coming off the bench. I'm already being mentioned in trade rumors." But I don't hate that. I actually don't hate that. I think that's an interesting concept here. All right, let's see what else we got here. I'd even take a downgrade at starting point guard with a guy like Davion Mitchell and bring D'Lo off the bench if we can't trade him. Yeah, I'm not completely opposed to that.